Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I am bringing you my Christmas box. There's nothing too fancy in terms of the box. As you can see, I've sort of gone alternate with the colours. As I say, it is just a simple box, but it's the decoration on the top that I quite like and wanted to show you. It's sort of made as a hanging decoration. You can use it however you like. You could make plenty of them and stick them around the sides of the box. I didn't have time, I'll be truthful, but my aim was to do that. But they are really simple to make, and I'm going to show you how. You can make them large as well. I couldn't because I don't have the a large stapler, but if you do, then so be it. So this is where the fun bit is. So you need 10 strips of DSP, of cardstock, 5 of each colour that are 1 centimetre wide by 10.5 in length. Okay, so you need 10 in total, 5 of each colour, 1 centimetre by 10.5 centimetres. Alternate them. So you have red, green, or whatever colours you wish. Keep them all together. I found it easier to use a clip of some description to hold one end together. However, before you do that, what you need to do is take the top one. Don't worry because it doesn't affect any part of the design. And fold it in half. So you can get a crease where your centre line is. Then we're going to put them back together, making sure that creased one is on the top, and pop your clip in place. They should all be the same length. If they're not, then give them a trim, but you should have them all the same length. With a stapler, and unfortunately this is very, very, very well long retired. I think I got it the first year I joined, so we're talking 5.5 years ago now. But get your stapler, and this is what I mean about making full-sized ones. If you wanted to make bigger, you would simply double the length and double the width. But you would need a long stapler, because what we need to do is get into the centre of these. So that is why I folded the first one. Look for that crease, and then we're going to staple. Now this is the fun part, because when I did my first one, that's this one, it worked perfectly. I then went on to make one part finish so that I wasn't here with you for ages, and the stapler wouldn't hold. So many times it fell to pieces, I just couldn't believe it. However, so I've done it that side. I'm not convinced it's going to hold all of it, so I'm going to put another one in over the top this side. So that should now hold. If you have any sharp bits sticking up, grab a bone folder or whatever you have to hand and just press those edges in so there's no sharp bits. You can then take your clip off. So what you now need to do, it doesn't matter which side you start on one side, and all I'm going to do is take the top strip and curve it. Work your way along all the way down so you've got all of your strips are now curved. So you're going to have to bear with me while I just do this bit. You sort of get into a rhythm after a while of doing them. And then, as you can see, once I've sort of done one curve, I just use the rest of them as a guide. So those are those. It does look a little bit like I've actually quilled the flowers, but I haven't. Okay, so I've now done that side. What you now need to do is curve this one. So now you're starting. So if your curve is now coming towards you, you now need to have this side so that it's going to curve the opposite way. So you're going to go all the way along with this one and curve the opposite way. So again, please just bear with me a second while I do this. So you're just going to go along, as I say. I saw something similar on Pinterest. I thought that looks really pretty. I will make it as a hanging decoration on a box. But when I made it, I actually thought, I think this would actually look quite nice just as a decoration stuck on a box. So yeah, no stamping, no DSP, no craziness today. Just simple paper origami folding. Okay, so when you've finished, you should have this. So your curves sort of going the same way, if you like, in a circle. These bending down, these bending up. You then need to take your first strip. Now, whichever adhesive you use is fine. Double-sided tape, you could use wet glue, albeit you will be sitting around holding for a while. I just simply grabbed a little bit of my snail, and then all you're going to do is tuck it under, meet the staple at the centre, and press it into the back of the one in front. Okay, so again, I'm going to do the same now with the next strip. So add your adhesive onto the end, curl it round, tuck it into the staple, and then press it into the back of the ones in front. So you're going to do that, and you're going to go all the way along with each piece, curling it over, tucking it in, pressing it into the back of the one in front. Okay, when you've done that, you will have this effect. So you've gone all the way around with that first half. The last one, I don't actually even remember how I did this one. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. So when you get round to the last one, you will stick it. So it'll be this one. You'll put your adhesive on here, as you've done with all the others, but you will stick it onto there. Okay? So you stick it down to this one. So then, when you come to do these ones, we're going to work exactly the same way. So this is the second half now. So you're again going to fold this over, tuck it into there, press it onto the back. So unfortunately, I don't have, yeah, see what I mean about the staple falling to pieces. So I'm going to hold this together and just press and hope and pray. In fact, I won't do that one because it's just falling to pieces. So you're going to have to bear with me while I do this one. But it is worthwhile. This is really frustrating me now that that staple's fallen off that one, because I hoped that you wouldn't have to sit and deal with me going through all of these, but now you will. So, you know, go make yourself a cup of tea while while I work my way through these pretty little loops. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't take too long. But of course, if you want to shimmy on with the fast forward button, then I won't be offended. Okay. I have to say, I'm probably going to tempt fate here, but I do believe my dogs are asleep and being quiet. How amazing is that? Probably spoke too soon. They will probably start barking now. One of my dogs was naughty this morning on my walk and decided to, as soon as I let her off the lead to have a little run on the grass, she decided that there was a cat in the hedge that wasn't allowed to be in the hedge, so she chased it. I was not happy. Had to go chasing after her, then I had to put the other one on the lead to go and find her, and it's chaos. That was my excitement this morning anyway. I don't know what you guys have, if you guys have had any kind of excitement this morning. So yes, but I kind of, it's one of those where in the moment you're really cross, but then when I got home and thought about it, I was laughing to myself because I said to the dog, it was Daisy the white one, I said to her, I said, right, that's it, we're going straight home now. No playing with the ball, no going back on the grass. You've spoilt it for yourself and you've spoilt it for Bailey. Now, as if she understands or even cares, but I was talking to her like they were children. And like I said, it just made me chuckle to myself when I got home because I just thought, why did I even... They just don't care. They're just not remotely interested. Ah, dear. Anyway, as you can see, I'm right down now to this last one, which just squeezes in there and again just presses on to the back. Now, some of them are a bit squished here and here, but it is just a case of you can just sort of work your way along, just gently press the top down to reinforce those corners. But yeah, how pretty is that? Now you will notice you have 2 red, 2 green together. Unfortunately that can't be helped. That needs some more adhesive on. But yeah, how super pretty is it? Right, so let's make up the box quickly. So so this one I made in Real Red and Shaded Spruce. Gorgeous combination. This one is Cherry Cobbler and Garden Green. So the base of your box is 8 1/4 by 8 1/4, 21 by 21 centimetres, and we're going to score all of our all of our sides at 2 3/4 of an inch, which is 7 centimetres. And then you know these rules now. Fold, burnish, and then we're going to cut our corners. So what I'm going to do on this box, I'm just going to take a bit off there, but I'm going to turn this round. The reason being, I've noticed when I made the original box that there's quite a lot of card on the 2 sides where the tabs inside joined. I'll show you in just a second. But by doing it this way, it means that each side has a tab, so it's not quite as heavy of card then as it should be. Yeah, so this one, if you see, look, it has the front panel and then it has 2 things inside, and whereas this side doesn't have anything, so that's a bit pointless. So yeah, so we're doing it this way. Now don't play naughties. No, it's not going to be good. Is it going to be good right up until the last one? Yes. So if you do it this way, just by rotating, it just means that each panel has its own tab. And I forgot to put my panels on, didn't I? Never mind. So I then have my panels. So you want 5 that are 2 1/2 by 2 1/2, or 6 1/2 by 6 1/2, and 5 that are 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, or 6 by 6. I'm just going to quickly stick these onto here, and this is what I meant about just colour coded, coloured, I don't know, just a coloured card box, which I quite like. Just stick these on here, and then because my lid is alternate, I've just changed the colours around here. So this one will be for my lid, and then these are just, in fact I'm going to go with wet glue because it's a bit quicker, isn't it? So that one. Whoa, that was close. Nearly. So that, go on that one. I've started to become a bit of a lover of wet glue and Tombow. That is quicker, easier. It does take a few minutes to dry, but you know, it's okay. But yeah, I think these would look nice on the sides of the boxes too. You put one on every side, which didn't make that many. Okay, for your lid, 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, 10 by 10 centimetres. I'm going to have to use my layer here as my shim. In fact, no, I'm not. I'm going to, as if by magic, I have this, but I'm going to use this because I need double. I need double the card, and so double shim, and we are going to score this at 1/2 inch or 1.5 centimetres on all 4 sides. So 10 centimetres by 10 centimetres, 1.5 by 1.5 on all sides. Okay, that's not straight at all. Let's get rid of that. And I need those. And then fold and burnish. You know the rules by now. Cut the corners. And they're tiny, tiny corners, I'm afraid, but I made the lid narrow simply because of putting the decorations on the side. As I say, I just simply ran out of time, otherwise I would have made one with one on all of the sides. Okay, so that's that done. Let's stick this on the top. Okay, get rid of those, and then I'm just going to use my seal on these little tabs. And then just make sure everything's square, press those down, and then to put this on I literally used a couple of glue dots just on, whoops, on the back, and then my, oh crumbs, it's stuck to my finger. Get off, get off. You stick to card, not to me. There we go. So I'm going to stick that into the centre of my box, and then my last little bit was the where's that come undone? The brushed metallic adhesive backed dots, and I literally just used those to pop one on the centre just to hide that staple. I don't know why that's coming undone. I need to add a bit more adhesive, I think. But that's it. That is my Christmas box, which I think probably is better termed festive box because it's the right festive colours. I need to add some more adhesive to that corner, I think. But there they are. Aren't they so pretty? And I love these decorations, but I think this is my favourite colour. Thanks for joining me, guys. See you all again soon. Bye.